Hello everybody. Oh my goodness. I got ready to close some extra things that were up on my screen, on my monitor, on my computer. I like to close a bunch of stuff so it's not taking up all of the thinking space. And my gosh, I realized what time it was. And while I was closing the stuff, I saw that my Telegram thing was there, and I thought, shoot, I didn't even post anything about that. Why is that? Why do we do things like that? We're just human, I guess, right? So if you will just bear with me for one moment, I need to put myself over in the Crafty Bunch group because that is where we are having our event today. So if you're not a member there, hop on over, and it's a great place to watch everybody because when we have these groups and you can watch over in the Crafty Bunch group, all you have to do is just refresh your browser between presenters, and then there they are. You don't have to go off and be hunting for the next presenter that is that you might be waiting for, right? So when you come in, say hello. Hi, Chris. How are you? Amanda, welcome, you guys. Oh, my computer seems to be thinking a lot here, trying to put me over into the group, so it'll get us there eventually, I hope. But I don't know what's going on. There we go. Phew, that was crazy. So let me just peek and make sure that I'm there. So what have you guys been up to today? Have you been watching the event? So our event today is called Blossoms and Baubles. And so it's about florals and, bling. And so we have had a great variety of things that the people have been, working on in our event today. So I always love seeing all the fabulous ideas that our people bring, to these events. And I like to have kind of a theme, but then on the other hand, be able to, let people kind of run with it. And there's so many ways that you can, change those things up, right? So just so much fun. I love doing that. So, yeah, you guys, tell me, a lot of people do not like florals. Tell me in the comments, do you like do you like flowers, and do you like to do projects that have, a floral, some kind of a floral theme to them? Man, that was kind of hard to get out. I'm just curious. I want to know if you, if you like to do things with floral themes. So, we are going to make some fun little paper origami dresses, and I haven't seen one of these in a long time. I love doing these. I think they are so much fun to do, and I have picked, there's many ways that you can create them, and I've tried to pick one today that is a more simple version so that, if you want to follow along, you could do that. And if you'd like to follow along, grab a 6x6 piece of decorative paper, or even just if you want to just grab a piece of printer paper or whatever, you'll be able to go along with this, and I'll show you what we're going to do. So just 1 minute here. Let me put myself in one more place. Since I'm doing paper crafting, I've got a number of places that I like to put myself into, and I am streaming on Facebook and YouTube, so I gotta keep a watch to see if I've got anybody else making any comments that's over on YouTube. They always feel lonely when they're over there because most of us are over here in Facebook, right? And so I'd like to say thank you to Mama P's Crafty Creations because she is the one of the Crafty Bunch group belongs to her, and so I have what am I trying to say? I have events in here that are on the 2nd and the 4th Wednesdays each month. So watch for our, events in here, and we'd love to have you for, join us at any of those times. And then over in the Crafty Bunch, we always let you know when other things are going to be happening. Let me put you down here to my desktop so we can see what's going on. And let me get back over here and look at comments. I know you guys have been answering that. Whew. Okay, so April. Oh, hi, April. Jeanette, hi, everybody. Liz, Lori, I'm not sure who all I said. I get so busy trying to send myself out and then talk too. So if I don't mention you, please don't think that I wasn't happy that you were here. I'm so glad all of you are here. And Jeanette, Gina, hi there. Oh, she says she's enjoying today's event. Great, thank you. You've been going through your crafting room, Chris. Okay. And Angela. Yes, love Florida. Hey there, Jeannie. How are you? Linda. Best group ever. We love the Crafty Bunch group, don't we? Thank you. Okay, so I want to show you, before we get started, I'll show you the little dresses that we're going to do. These are little dresses. And, you know, I thought I was going to be really smart, and I would tell you how you could score it and speed it along to where it would be easier for you to make the folds. But what happened when I did that, and I tried to do that, it didn't come together as closely as when you just fold it by hand without doing any of the scoring previously. Who knew, right? Hey Cheryl, how are you? Debbie, Maritza, hey you guys, thanks for popping on. So yeah, so I was just so surprised that it just, you know, you didn't get the same kind of a look. So I'm going to show you how to do this. I also, you know, sometimes when you haven't done anything in a while, you have to go back and try to figure it out again. And if you're wondering what in the world would I ever do anything, and you can see where my florals come today. This is going to be a floral dress, right? So that's where my blossoms are coming from today. So one of the things that I thought of when when you go back and you do something, you do it once, maybe you do it again, and you're like, oh shoot, you know, I know what I need to do the next time. So you're going to get the benefit of that today. So you know what? I love doing these, and I love these tiny prints. So what I started to say was, if you're wondering what in the world that you would do with these, you could use them in a journal. You could put them on a card. You could put them, you know, on a scrapbook page. Whatever you want to do with them. There's a million things. Now, I am not going to, I thought maybe we could try to do several of these today. And I'm not going to go ahead and, you know, do a finished project. We're going to decorate our dress. But I'll tell you why, is because, you know, there's so many things that we could do, and I'd rather show you so you could, you know, feel like you know how to do that. But look, this is a 6x6 square, and this is what I used to make this little size dress. And so let's look at, let me grab a ruler here. So if you wanted to put this like on a card front, at the widest part it's 5 inches. So, you know, that would fit on there. And let's see how tall it is. It's about 5 1/4. So, I mean, even on that size that, you know, we always make cards, or usually, that'd be good. If I were going to do this, I would probably make a 5x7 card. And that's what I would probably put it on. Hey, Carrie, how are you doing? And Christine? Yeah, I think these are super cute. So, let's go ahead and I'll show you how I made these. And I think, you know, I might try... Let's try this one first, because and here's another thing, I think that we are going to have much better luck, and it's going to be easier with these papers that are single-sided. I think usually, for the most part, single-sided papers are a little bit thinner. They're not as thick and heavy. Hey, Debbie. So I think, you know, that makes a big difference for this project. Now, that being said, I am just going to go ahead and do this double-sided paper first, because I'm thinking that you might be able to see the folds better in this one. Hopefully. I hope so. I don't want to put that too far out of the way, because I might need it again once we get through here. Well, those other papers aren't cut at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half, and you're gonna it doesn't really matter which way you fold it right now. Okay, so we want to fold it in half, and then we're gonna fold it in half again. Right now, I don't really think it matters. Oh, you know what? Shoot, I wish I would have checked which way this folded easiest. I'm going to start on this one. You guys, know which way your paper folds easier, because I think it's going to make a big difference. Like if I fold this, it has resistance to it. Fold it the other way to make your main folds. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half. Now remember which way it is. And you know what? I think maybe I'm just going to put a little mark on here so I know which way, because look, if I were looking at this, I would not know that it folds better the other way. So this is the part I want to go up and down. I'll just make a little mark. You're not going to see that anyway, okay? So I just have my little mark there. And then we're going to fold it this way too. But we're going to have more folds going the other way, all right? So now we've basically got this in fourths. That is just hard to see. So now we're going to take this piece and we're going to fold the edge right to the middle to that crease and do the same on this side, just like that. Okay, now we're going to fold this over, and now I can see, you know, which way I've got my thing. It needs to go up and down like this, right? All right, so now I'm going to fold this, and this piece, we're going to take this fold and we're going to just put it right over here like this. You guys, I think I'm doing this backwards. Oh my gosh, am I doing this upside down? I think I am. This needs to go this way. Shoot. Okay, so here's our middle fold, you guys. You know me, right? So now we're going to fold this like this. So you want the paper that you want showing, you want it facing you for this part as you fold here. And this is a part that I was telling you was a little bit hard to get this part up here. Now, we're going to pull all of this apart down here, so I don't really care how that is right now. This paper is kind of heavy, and we're going to pull it apart, so I'm not worried about that, okay? So now once you have those little pleat things like that, you're going to fold it in half like this. Let's give it a good crease. And then when we're going to do this, we're going to fold this part up. So just give it a little bit of a push up in here. And it's important that you do it like this because you want this part to be a smaller segment than down here, because this is going to be your bodice. So we don't want the bodice to be as long as the skirt, right? It doesn't have to be double-sided, Martha. You're already lost. We're going to do it again. Linda, hang on. hang on. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so we've taken our paper. We've folded it in half this way. We've folded it in half this way. And now then this line here, we're gonna push it over here. Okay, just like that. And now when you fold this in half, we want this part to be shorter, so this is the part you want to bend right here. Okay, so bend that. And now we're going to turn this over. Now this is honestly the part that I did not get to work right, and I found out it really didn't matter. So you're going to take this and fold it. This is actually our center crease here. You can't really see it very well, but there's a center crease there. So fold that down and fold this down here. Okay, now, so you've got those folded down. Now open those back up, and you're just gonna pick this apart here, and then you've got it, you folded them diagonally right here, and we're just gonna take that and gently tuck it down here and just pull it down here with the seam, and we're gonna flatten this side out. Now the ones that I've seen before, theirs came more to the center right here, and I couldn't make mine come to the center, and I realized it really didn't matter. If this is not exact, don't worry about it, because you'll be fine. So now that is, you've got this little triangle-y part here, or like, I guess it's really kind of a diamond. Now you're going to put this here. Nope. That's wrong. fold this all the way over, this whole side, down like this. And as this comes over here, you're going to, you know what? Hang on, hold the phone. We need to separate this part, you guys. I'm going to lose my teaching credentials over this. So just pull it out. You want this to kind of be flat there, and then just pull this out. And don't worry about that it's so wide. And the same thing over here. Just pull it out here. If you want to make a little pleat there, you can. This is all going to be tucked again. We're going to have another tuck. Okay, so now when you fold this over on the back side, you want to tuck this, pull this over here, and then just kind of gently make sure that you're going to go from this corner and then up into this section. You guys, this is the easiest one I found. Oh my gosh, you guys. And so this one, we're going to fold it over here like this. You guys, I've messed something up here. What in the world did I do? Oh, you guys, what did I do? Oh, no, I didn't. This part gets tucked down here. Oh my word, what have I done? You guys, I gotta look at one of them. What have I done here? Oh, this whole thing, this, you guys, what in the world? What in the hidey-ho has happened here? This goes down. And this goes down. I'm going to make another one. We're going to follow along here. Bear with me. Oh my gosh. Feel my pain. Feel my pain. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we got that. And then we do these. Yes, now we do these sides. There we go. And this one again, push this all the way back here and then have it come up to the waist, right? That's going to be our little waist. We got it, you guys. And now you bend this part back here. Maybe it's easier back here. Bend this way out here. And then you've got a sleeve. Phew. Man, if I'd have had this much trouble before, I wouldn't have shown this to you. Of course, you know, anytime you try to show somebody something, it's like, you're like, what in the heck just happened, right? Okay. Now, this was using double-sided paper. It looks easy. Oh my gosh. Diane. Yes, it looks so easy. Celeste, are you feeling the pain? Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to cut another one, and I'm going to do it in the single-sided paper, and let's see if we can't get that one a little bit easier to control, because I honestly think that doing single-sided paper, because you know origami paper is fairly thin. So I'm going to try this. Let's give it a whirl, people. And then we'll put some bling on it. Now, following me is going to be Jeannie from Clifton's Crafty Casa. So that'll be fun. Wonder what she's got up her sleeve for today. And Jeannie's she's even traveling, and she's gonna join us today. So here is this paper. I hope we can see this real well. Okay, so again, I'm gonna mark which way is my up and down, just because I want that to be Yeah, I tell you, it been so much easier. Okay, so I'm going to fold it in half. Fold it in half this way. And remember, you guys, you can come back and watch the directions. Oh my gosh. So we're about, let me see. What time did I start? Okay. So we're about, what, 20 minutes in. So at 20 minutes, come check slide over the thing to 20 minutes, okay? So half this way, half this way. And now we're going to fold this in here, just like this, and fold it over here, okay? And then just open this up. Actually, if I were doing that, I would rather that, you know what, now I'm going to fold on this line. I'm going to fold it back so I have a sharper crease going that other way. In fact, I think if we folded it this way, that would have actually been better. So just bring it up to the center like that, okay? And so now we're going to bring this over. So this little side's going to flap out, and then just bring it over here to the center, just like that. And the same over here, just bring this fold over to the center. I just think these are so adorable. I tell you what, I'm going to crease this a little more so I can see it. That's a problem with printed paper. Sometimes it's so hard to see where you've scored it, right? Okay. So now we've got those. And see, that's going to be the top of our dress. I don't know why I can't fold straight today, but it's okay because you saw, as long as this part that we're going to use for the bodice is nice and tight, we're good to go because the bottom we're going to stretch out anyway, right? So now we're going to fold this in half. You guys, this single-sided paper is not nearly as thick, and it's so much easier to work with. And now for the side you want to be the top, go ahead and, well, we could have folded it to the back. Fold that to the back. And now we're going to do, like, you could do a little bit more, but you're going to take like about 1/4 of an inch or so right here and just pinch that up, okay? Just pinch it. Give it a good pinch. Don't make it cry, but pinch it good. Okay, now then, we're going to pull this pleat out here, and where it is down here, just kind of make sure that's almost all the way straightened out, and then just press this down here. Pull this one out here, and it's okay. Even, you know, if you kind of make another little crease where it goes, that's okay. So we press it like that. And then we're going to flip this part over. I'm going to make this little diamondy shape back here. Why? Now, using thinner paper, I'm anxious to see if this will come together a little bit better and close better. But you know, you don't see it. So if it doesn't close exactly right, it's okay. Okay, so then open that up. I would say this was the trickiest part, but you guys, after watching me, you're not going to believe it. So I'm not even going to say it. So now just take that and then just kind of, you just got to fiddle with it, right? And just, so basically you want this line to come across on that fold you've already got. Yeah, see, it just doesn't want to reach all the way across. Now, how other people get that to reach, I have no clue. That's okay, though. And now you want to take all of this and then just fold it along here. Just give it a little fold so that then this part is kind of along that same little fold line. I want to keep calling them seams. You know, if you're making a dress, you got seams, right? So there we go. Okay, so we've got that. All right. Now we're going to fold all of this over. So just fold this whole line like this. But on this part, we just want the skirt part just to reach out. So we're going to pull it right like this. If you want to fold it a little bit, if it makes it easier, you have a little bit of a crease there, that's fine. It'll work out. And then this one, same thing. Just fold it tight across here. Pull our skirt, just hold it right in here. Pull your skirt section out like that. Okay. And now we're just going to fold these. Just kind of, you know, give it another little good crease there so you can turn that out. And just give it a nice little... Okay, so now we've got that one. That went together a lot easier, right? Did that look more like something you could accomplish? I want to teach you how to do it, you guys. My goodness. Okay, so now, yeah, that went together so much easier. So now let's add some goodies on here. Where's my bling? Oh, here it is. So let's doll these up and give them some something, right? I had this and I thought this would be kind of fun. It's this black ribbon and it's got silver, so if we want to have some, we're going to count that as bling and baubles, right? And so we're just going to put this along here. I'm going to cut a little, snip a little piece off. Where's my little scissors? Oh, they're there. They're hiding in there. You guys, I think this is so funny that on the back of this paper are all these animals. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, Fabri-Tac works great to put, you know, lace and ribbon on paper. And I think that's what I'm going to use on here, just because I know it'll grab easy. Now, I can use my reptile glue, and it will too. But I'm just going to use this because I know it'll give me just a minute. Well, I got a little piece of tape on here. Okay, how many of you have ever made any of these? What size is it? It's started from a 6x6 square, Celeste. Thank you, Diane. So I'm just going to put this right here. I'm just going to do it straight here. Straight across. And you know, this might end up actually helping it to stick or to hold the back side together, right? I'll put a little on here. And then when we fold this down, this is going to go at an angle because that skirt part is at an angle, right? I know I would take a dress like this. And you know what is really fun, you guys? Oh, and maybe we'll, I don't know what we'll do yet for buttons. Let's put some buttons on it. Let me grab my clips. I will say that my reptile glue will dry faster than Fabri-Tac. So let's put that on there a second. So now, okay, this is my thing about black and white. I love having black and white stuff because it's so easy to work it in with other things. You know, you can take black and white and you can add a single color and it makes such a pop. I mean, anything. I see things sometimes that are, you know, black and white with, and this is not probably truly white. It's kind of an off. It's probably more, let me grab something that's white and we'll see how off-white it probably really is. Let me look real quick. That's my guess anyway. My guess is that it's not truly white. Yeah, see, it's a little bit out. It's pretty white, but you know, not white. And so I just think that is so cute. So let's look in the bag of bling. You guys, I love having little things to put on stuff, and so it's probably my go-to item for you know, for adding embellishments. Now I thought I had some black ones. That would be pretty too. Or should we go with a color? Oh, we could do some, oh, you guys, what about some red? How about some red on our black and white? That would be cute. Let me see if there's some that are kind of small. That'd be kind of fun. Let's do it. Let's do it. There's actually 2 colors of red in here. I'm going to put this, I'm going to choose this darker one. Ooh, look how rich and fancy that looks. Super fancy. Super fancy. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Oops, now this is the problem. The other day, you guys, I went to bed and here's a random little embellishment. I went to bed, or no, it was the other morning. I'd been out here and then I was getting ready. I was getting dressed and I'm putting on my shoes and socks and I'm like, all of a sudden I see something on my foot. I'm like, what is that? And on the bottom of my foot, and I turn it over and it's like one of these little embellishments. I'm like, oh my gosh. Now, here's my trick for putting, if you want to put 3 things on, put 1 on each end. So I'm going to put this one and this one. I wish I had, I've got another little tool that helps put these things on more precisely. Look how cute this is. So now we got our top one and our bottom one. And I always like to use a little bit of glue because, you know, sometimes the adhesive just kind of degrades over the time. So I put 1 at each end and then I put the one in the middle. Now if I was putting 5 on, I would still do it this way and then I would do the next 2. I would do the 2 in the middle because it's just kind of, I think it's easier for your eye to kind of pick where those things are in the middle. Look at that. Is that cute or what? I just think that's adorable. What do you guys think? You're so fancy. Oh yeah, Jeannie, they would probably have so much fun. So yeah, if you're gonna do it with kids, you guys, for sure do it with you know, some single-sided paper, or you know, or even sometimes there's double-sided paper and it's just not all created equal. So yeah, you would for sure want to do that. Now this one, here's the one that's tight. And if you're coming on now, I tried to be really smart and I was going to help you guys and give you some scoring dimensions. Instead of just all the folding by hand, I was going to give you scoring dimensions. But it didn't really pan out that well because, where's the other dress? Because what happened was when I actually scored it first and then folded it, it left this gap here in the middle. So I mean, you would have to be so precise. And you know, a lot of that just isn't. It's just not that precise. Look at this purple ribbon I've got. Actually, let's put this on and tie a little bow around it. Wouldn't that be fun? Let's do that. No. Or you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do one of those fake bows. The faux bow. Let's do that. So, let's see. Because this is on such a weird angle, you're going to have to be careful where you put it. Now, this is kind of sheer, and so can you see how it's like, it's bending nicely around here. Nicole. Yeah, oh, Nicole, think of how many ways you could bling this up. You could make these and just bling, bling, bling. You could sparkle them up. Okay. So let's just put, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to, on the back side, put this is my reptile glue, and I know it'll catch pretty quick. Maybe I'll spread it. I got it kind of thick though. Nothing's gonna dry fast when you get it so thick, right? We all know that. That's glue drying 101. Come to my class next week. Okay. Oh my goodness. But it's sticky. It is stuck on there. So are my fingers. We got it all stuck down. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit down here and kind of see if I can't get it to tack down and kind of hold that down in place. That would be nice. All right, so let's see. I don't have a whole bunch of time left. So I already told you that following me is going to be Jeannie, Clifton's Crafty Casa. Okay, that's not, okay. Let's do the faux bow. This is always a fun thing. This is a nice way to save ribbon, you guys. If you're wanting to try and save a little bit of your ribbon without tying bows, it gives you the look of a bow, but you don't have to use as much ribbon. So that's kind of nice sometimes. Especially if you might have something that, you know, you really love. Oh, that's going to be hard to get in there. Let's try poking it in there with the scissors. Oh my goodness. How could something so easy be such a problem? There we go. So all you have to do with this is you take one little strand and then you just tie it. You just give it, this stuff is, man, I don't know what this stuff is made out of, but it's starting to fray on the end already. So now and then you just tie it like this. So I mean, you get that same kind of a little look, right? But you didn't have to struggle with tie. Look how much easier that was than trying to tie a bow, right? Fun, fun, fun. Now let's find some, I've got some cool purpley colored dots here, or let's see what else we've got. That doesn't really go. That's a little much. These are kind of pretty because they're iridescent. That's kind of pretty. I think I'm going to use those. You know what? I'm just going to do it. You guys, why do we never use the stuff we love most? I love these purple ones. Let's do it. Let's not just hoard them, right? Oh, and talking about hoarding, how many of you have a lot of supplies of, you know, all kinds of stuff? On May 18th, not May 18th, oh my gosh, what I think and what comes out of my mouth are two separate things. On May 28th, our next event that I am hosting is called Mayday, Stash Busting Ideas, right? So that is going to be a lot of fun. We all have so many things that we need to use up. Now, I think Michelle, right before me, she was saying she feels like that's what we're doing all the time. And I'm like, you know, there's a lot of truth to that. We all have so much stuff anyway. We're always seeing how we can use it, right? You guys, I have loved everything that everyone has been showing today. Haven't you? If you've missed some of these, go back and see what everybody has been showing us. I love these. Just so much fun. But think how much fun, oh, that guy's, oh, that needs help. Think how many ideas that you would have if you know, look and see what everybody has done today. Any event, right? So many ideas. And Christy before me was talking about some of the stuff that they are doing, getting ready for her granddaughter's graduation party. And I'm like thinking, yeah, we just started dreaming one up yesterday, I think. I mean, that's been kind of a thing that's been up in the air of like where it would be, what was going on. And so, yeah, so that kind of started to come together. We're going to be doing some things. My oldest daughter is coming down on the graduation day. So we'll definitely do something there. Okay, so did you see how I just lined them up and centered them each time. I ought to just grab a piece of tape for this, right? That would have been smart. Oh! I've lost a button! A button went rogue. Get back over there. We're losing our we're popping our buttons. Oh my goodness. Get over there. Phew. So be careful what you do before your buttons are dried, right? Oh my goodness. Well, look, we got two. Well, I made two and I got a couple of decorated. You like a, oh, I love purple. I love it, love it, love it. And this one, let's see. I have a cute little piece of white ribbon I could put on here. I don't know though. I wonder if I have something brighter than that. I feel like that needs something brighter. Like something fun. Like, I don't know. It's got a lot of orange in it, doesn't it? That'd be fun. But I don't have any orange sitting right here. What do we have for blingy buttons though? Now that's really some baubles on there, right? Now these are kind of small. Those are kind of pretty. I don't know. I think I saw something that was kind of an aqua color. That would be pretty. Ooh, I have no idea where those came from. You know, that kind of looks like maybe something from, what, like Dollar Tree maybe? You guys, I'm gonna put Jeannie in here before I am off, so she'll be on. I'll put her into the group. Let me see if I can get this on here. Yes, I love purple too. This guy's gonna look at that. Oh my goodness. I need that other tool I've got. Or you know what? Sometimes dresses don't necessarily have to have something all the way down. Look at that with just one. Or maybe just two right there. Wouldn't that be pretty? I might have some ribbon that's kind of that color. That would be pretty. I think I'm going to look for that and see if I can find that. So still, after me, you guys, there's Jeannie with Clifton's Crafty Casa. We've got Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. And Jeannie from Rose House Crafts. And Nyla from Texie's Treasure Chest. And then ending up the day is going to be Heidi from Joyful Artistry by Heidi. So you guys, we still have lots of fun people on today. Let me look real quick and see if I can find Jeannie, if she's ready to go, so I can put her into the group. You guys, have you enjoyed, what was your favorite thing? Well, I hate to say that, but have you found something you really thought, you know, today was, oh, I'm going to try that? We always hope that you find at least one thing today that makes you say, you know, I want to, you know, I want to try that, or I can think of a fun thing to make that work for, right? So I always hope that you know, find something. But these, you can use them on cards or journals or, you know, whatever you want to use them for. Scrapbook pages. Lots of fun things. My goodness, I'm trying to wait here. My screen is just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, you guys. There we go. I'm trying to, there. I hope this is coming up finally. You know, it's always something, right? Okay, I think I got Jeannie. I'm going to pop her over there into the Crafty Bunch. And you guys, if you're watching in there, just go ahead and, you know, I've had a problem today sharing people in. And somebody else mentioned this today. I think, I don't know what they're doing right now, but I think we're looking at maybe some new things that Facebook is doing. Not that we like it, but We've had some really odd things going on the last couple of days. So, and Jeannie should be in there now. And so let's go over and watch Jeannie, you guys. Thanks for popping in with me today. I so appreciate it, and I thank all of you for being here today. Let's go watch everybody else. Thank you. Bye-bye.